And now, your host, Darkwing Dub.
Yo, it's your boy, and I'm back. I know I keep saying I'm back. Life happens sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But as you can see, I've gone through another brand change. The same duck is still there, the same belt is still there. The name changes. And after speaking with a bunch of people about this, I think this is the one that sticks. This is the one that stays. So from here on out, your boy Darkwing Dub, this show will be known as No Cap, featuring none other than myself, Darkwing Dub, right? And I'm calling it No Cap because I tell it how it is. Ain't no cap. No cap. I'm always going to tell the truth no matter what. So from here and on, from here and forevermore, this show will be known as No Cap. Absolutely. No Cap with Darkwing Dub is officially available. Let's go. So now that I'm back with another one, I want to get into something. It's really been bothering me. Really. And I'm not a political person. I promise you I'm not. I know my last couple shows have been political, but I promise you I'm not really a political person. I'm not one to push my political beliefs on anybody. You believe whatever you want to believe. You want to believe in the orange mango, you know what? Believe in the guy, right? If you want to believe in Donald Trump, that's your prerogative. You do what you want to do. I don't, but you do you. That's what makes this country so great. We can all have a difference of opinion, right? Until I'm wrong, because earlier I had a little mishap on TikTok. Somebody was talking about Stephen A. Smith, and Stephen A. Smith going around and say, yes, racism exists, but not to the extent that some people push it out to be. And all I did was comment and say, Stephen A. Smith does not speak for Darkwing, does not speak for me. Lo and behold, there was a bunch of people that got upset, even to the point to where I got called the N-word. Yes, I did. All because I says that Stephen A. Smith does not speak for me. I will save that for another day. And if you catch this show, you know who the fuck you are. And you better hope I don't find you. But as a veteran, should I be bothered? You know what I'm saying? Should this namesake down here, me, United States Army veteran, should I be bothered by what's going on? Think about our standing around the world right now. And let's start in the wrestling world, right? Before I get there, I want to say hats off to Tony Khan and AEW, because Tony Khan allows his fans, allows his wrestlers to think how they want to think, believe what they want to believe, right? And then, we know Brody King wore the Abolish ICE shirts, and good for him. That's what he believes. And Tony Khan let him express that. You know what I'm saying? Not every workplace is going to allow you to express that. And then a couple weeks ago in Vegas, they're chanting before the MJF Brody King championship match, or championship contender match, F ICE, F ICE. Well, this past week, they are actually in Australia. I don't know why this is happening. Now that I got that situated, oh my gosh. They're in Australia, and we get the F ICE chants in Australia. This is what the world thinks of us right now. The stuff that is going on in this country is being seen worldwide. Nobody's taking us serious. Our allies don't like us no more. Canada doesn't like us. Australia, you know what I'm saying? But this is the kind of stuff that's really been bothering me, because as a veteran, of the United States Army, what can I really do? You know what I'm saying? I voted. I'm sure everybody knows who I voted for. I cannot get behind dude in office. It goes against my morals. I have kids, and we know he's in the Epstein file. It goes against my morals, right? So that's Australia. This is what the Germans think. The Germans, bro, brutally mocked on President's Day. Look at this. Got him ass out, trying to push his way onto the Statue of Liberty. That's in Germany. In Germany. This is what the world thinks of us. Right? Now, I know like I said, I am not a political person. But when it enters the sports world, it kind of makes my ears perk up. It kind of makes my eyes open like, all right, we got something here. So, as we know, the Winter Olympics are going on. We got the Winter Olympics right now, right? And then we got Olympic athletes are speaking out against icing Trump. That is their First Amendment right, first and foremost. The thing that I fought in the United States Army for, right? The Constitution. To defend the Constitution against foreign and domestic. Keep that in mind, foreign and domestic. So that is their right to go to Italy or wherever they are in the world, because I know they're in Italy right now. But wherever they are in the world, that's what makes this country so beautiful. Places like Russia, North Korea, China, places like that, you can't speak out about the government. You will be thrown in jail, if not unalived. But in this country, we have the Constitution that says, you know what? These people can do that. So we got Olympic athletes in Italy right now speaking out against what is going on, right? Against. Why do people have such a hard time understanding that it is okay to speak out against the government? It is okay to speak out against Donald Trump. Just like some of you guys spoke out against Joe Biden, just like people spoke out against Donald Trump in his first term, just like people spoke out against Barack Obama, George W., Bill Clinton, so on and so forth. This has been going on for 250 plus years. Since this country was incepted, there have been people all over the place that will criticize the government. And it is our Constitution that gives us the right to do that. So this gentleman here in particular, Hunter Hess, a skier, just because I wear the flag doesn't mean I represent everything going on in the U.S. What's wrong with that? Somebody, please explain to me what's wrong with that. I was in the Army. Did I vote for Barack Obama? I did. Did I agree with everything? No. And if I want to say that, I can. So what is wrong with him saying that? Just because I wore the flag doesn't mean I represent everything Donald Trump is doing. You can't find maybe two, maybe three things that I find that I would like, okay, I can get behind that. Yeah. But for the most part, no. And that is my right in this country. Right? So why is he getting bashed for saying something that he believes in? That's not fair. That's not fair. And this is why people are laughing at this country right now. This man can speak however he wants to speak. He can believe whatever he wants to believe, just like I do, just like you do. So, but because he's in the Olympics, he's supposed to just represent everything, right? That is just not how that works. So he speaks up, and then boom, here comes the backlash. Just like clockwork. Oh, you don't like Donald Trump. Oh, you don't like ICE. You don't like anything that's going on right now. Backlash from the online community and from the Orange Mussolini himself. Why does he get so butthurt when people don't agree with him? Somebody help me understand that. Why does Donald Trump get so butthurt when people don't agree with him? For instance, CBS was supposed to have an interview air, be interviewing James Tallarico, however you say his last name, the guy that's running for senator in Texas. But CBS canceled that. Why? Because they were threatened by Donald Trump and the FCC that if they were to air that, they would revoke licenses and all kinds of stuff to where CBS couldn't do what they do, right? But when they had Donald Trump on there, perfectly fine. See, what people are failing to realize, like, this is the stuff that goes on in Russia, controlling the media, China, controlling the media, Iran, controlling the media, North Korea, controlling the media. This is the kind of stuff that goes on there. If you don't believe, I've been to Afghanistan. Only 1% of this country has joined the military. I'm part of that 1%. I've been overseas, and I can tell you right now, we have it so good over here. But the threat of all of that going away should be eye-opening to everybody. Why is it that he thinks that he can control what news channels do? Joe Biden didn't do it. Barack Obama didn't do it. George W. didn't do it. So on and so forth. But this guy's the outlier. Why? Nobody can say anything bad about him. But this is what he said. U.S. Olympic skier Hunter Hess, a real loser. Wow. That's going to make somebody want to represent this country. That's going to make somebody, want to represent you. Because believe it or not, the Olympics, they're not representing you. They're representing the country and the people of the country, not you. Says he doesn't represent his country in the current Winter Olympics. That is not what he said. That is not what he said. Lie number one. That is not what he said. He said he doesn't represent everything that is going on in the country. Doesn't mean I represent everything going on in the U.S. So where did he say that he doesn't represent the country? Lie number one. If that's the case, he shouldn't have tried out for the team. And it's too bad he's on it. Why? Because he doesn't like you? There are plenty of people that didn't like Joe Biden and Barack Obama. And guess what? They still went out there and represented the country. There were people out there that tried to tear them down as much as they could. Joe Biden and Barack Obama, even George W., they didn't do half the shit that you do. Very hard to root for someone like this. Make America great again. Very hard to root for someone like why? Because why am I rooting for? Because he is exercising his First Amendment right, freedom of speech. Make America great again. Somebody, anybody, I don't care. Comments, send me a message on TikTok, Instagram. Tell me a time, please, for the love of God, because I'm sick and tired of this Make America Great Again. Please tell me a time in this country's history where America was great for everybody. Keyword, everybody. Let's see what y'all say. Let's see what these Trump supporters say. When was America great for everybody? Why is it hard to root for someone like that? He's exercising, number one, his God-given right, for those of you that believe in God, his God-given right And number two, he's exercising his First Amendment right. I am one that stands with Senator Mark Kelly, right? When he gave a speech that said for the military not to follow unlawful orders. And he is absolutely right. As a member of the military, it doesn't matter if it's coming from the commander-in-chief himself. If it's unlawful, you don't have to follow it. You don't have to follow it. So if that's going to cancel me, then so be it. So be it. For you know, a lot of this stuff, a lot of MAGA have come out and stated that the left, Democrats, leftists, whatever you want to call them, they started this whole cancel culture and y'all started calling everybody snowflakes and all kinds of shit. Doesn't that make him a snowflake? Is it him and the FCC going after news stations, threatening them to pull all their accreditation? Isn't that cancel culture? When Senator Mark Kelly came out and said what he said, and then Pete Hegseth tried because it didn't work, tried to bump him down in rank. Isn't that being a snowflake? Isn't that trying to cancel somebody? Like, y'all call liberals snowflakes and betas and all kinds of dumb shit, and yet doesn't that make him a beta then? Or that only works against liberals? I'm confused. I am a registered independent. But this dude is the biggest snowflake of them all. He is the biggest beta male of them all. This is the same dude that ran from the military. Meanwhile, my grandfather, who fought in World War II, ran towards it. My uncle, who is since deceased also, fought in Desert Storm. How dare you desecrate their memories because you a little bitch. That's exactly what you are. Donald Trump is a bitch. Y'all remember LeBron James and all these athletes are speaking out against Donald Trump, and y'all told them to shut up and dribble? Kid Rock, shut up, play the guitar. Derek Holland, shut up and throw a baseball. Oh, I'm sorry. You have to retire. My bad. Rob Schneider, shut up and act. Who's really booking you to act for them anymore? I'm sorry. See, everybody that's MAGA will eventually find themselves on the wrong side of history. Me, I'm going to find myself on the right side of history because I back people like this. These are the kind of people I want to back. Hunter Hess has my support. I'm sure Hunter Hess has about 90% of the people in this country support. It's just probably about 10% that don't agree that he spoke out against Donald Trump and what ICE is doing. That's a personal problem. But as somebody who's a veteran, guess what? He's doing his thing by speaking out. First Amendment. Y'all like to tout the Constitution, right? Y'all like to tout my Second Amendment right will not be infringed on, right? Well, guess what? Mine, his, and everybody else's First Amendment right will not be infringed on. I will continue to keep speaking out against bitch assness like this. I might not be political, but I do know the difference between right and wrong. This is wrong, and I will continue to speak out against bitch asses like this. And if y'all want to come for me, I'm gonna say this. Just like Dwayne The Rock Johnson said, just bring it, because I got receipts. I can speak for myself. Right? I can think for myself. I don't need bitch ass motherfuckers like Donald Trump to tell me what to think. I think for me. I've taught my kids to think for themselves. And I hope and pray any and everybody, I don't care if you're MAGA, I don't care if you're liberal, I don't care if you're conservative, I don't care. Think for yourself. Don't let bitch ass motherfuckers like Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth tell you how to think, because they're full of shit. Anyways. It just, this kind of stuff just really irritates me, because I fought in the military for people to have the right to speak, and to have guys like Donald Trump try to remove that, like, it's not right. It's not right. And I don't care what you or anybody else has to say. It's not right. So fuck Donald Trump, fuck ICE, fuck Pete Hegseth. America will be great once Donald Trump and all his little cronies are gone.
He's on fire!
So, now that I'm done with that,
sensational.
Y'all see it here. This episode may or may not end up on Spotify under the Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle podcast page. Y'all scan that if you want to support me. If not, I don't care. I'm going to keep speaking out against dumb shit like that. But without further ado, I appreciate y'all for listening in, and we'll see y'all again next time.